Like, I generally don't like, it's like lay on hands and BGs. I think it's trash too. Because it's just like an instant massive heal. There's like no skill involved to it. Let's see, long CD though. Yeah, like, I just don't like Monk Bubble. I feel like it's just... I think Blizzard should do everything that they can to prevent formulaic gameplay. And what I mean by that is... I cast Bladestorm, they cast Disarm. I cast Bladestorm, they cast Blink. I cast Recklessness, they cast Defensive Ability. Like, it's like offensive plus defensive ability. It's just really annoying. I mean, counterplay? I don't think that is counterplay, though. You're really trying to disable counterplay? Yeah, I don't think that is counterplay. Like, Marco Polo gameplay like that, to me, isn't counterplay. Because it's like... Counterplay, I think, implies some degree of skill. Whenever you have a one minute defensive cooldown, and then they have a 1 minute offensive cooldown, it doesn't take a genius to put 2 and 2 together there, right? There's just not really a lot to it. What would you consider counterplay? I consider counterplay abilities that increase... I think it's like the strength of the cooldowns that are in the game. So for example, if the strength of the cooldowns is really high, then there's like a larger potential for what I consider to be like kind of degenerate, just like Marco Polo gameplay, right? They do one thing, you do the other thing. And the weaker the cooldowns are and the more throughput they give you, the better they're designed. So like Dark Soul, I think is a great cooldown. I like Dark Soul a lot because you have to, like Dark Soul for at least Demo Warlocks or Destro Warlocks, because you still have to cast with Dark Soul. So it's like an amplifier where like something like Wrath of the Lich King Bladestorm was a bad ability because you just hit the button and you just win. Like, that's it. Shining Throw breaks Hunter Shield? It doesn't. I tried it. It's common sense counterplay. I don't really... yeah, I think it's too common sense though, is what I mean. Like in general, I think that like, so if you compare the gameplay in like, let's say Wrath of the Lich King and like Cataclysm, this is like usually where I use like my gold standard of like the way I like to see PvP, is that people had such high damage on their own. You would usually use abilities. You would use defensive cooldowns to reduce damage taken outside of their offensive cooldowns because they were just doing so much damage, and vice versa. So like, I think really what it comes down to is that the strength of the cooldowns, if it's too powerful, it makes it to where you have more formulaic gameplay. And I think Legion was really bad for this. So like, for example, Legion, the cooldowns were so powerful, you basically had to answer one cooldown with another. Oh, what a piece of shit. I'm dead. I'm dead. How do you feel about Enrage Regeneration Fury City? I think Enrage Regeneration should heal for more and not do any damage reduction. I think the damage reduction is boring. And I think that Fury should have more of a component of lifesteal incorporated with it. I think that's more interesting. Dampening as a mechanic sucks too. I completely agree. Yeah, I completely agree. I think dampening is it's probably one of the worst things about PvP right now. And the reason why it's the worst thing about PvP is because the game is balanced around Arena, and Arena is balanced around dampening. So that means that any time that you're not in Arena, and any time that you're not dealing with dampening, you're dealing with fundamentally unbalanced gameplay. that is bad. And it's needed? Why? Why is it needed? Why is dampening needed? It's needed in the context of the game now, you're right. This is actually, I'm gonna kill him. This guy's gonna get me, probably. Oh, I thought he was a rogue for some reason. I looked at his color wrong. Let me get to here. Tag that guy. Shit. There's no way. Game's ended before there's dampening, really isn't needed. Yeah, I mean, like, I think that really, I don't know, like, what the solution is. Yeah, I'm not really sure. But, like, in general, I'm not a big fan of dampening because I think it just enables more bad game design. I think dampening should be the, like, the dampening should be people's mana bars. Like, that's what I would like to see as dampening. Yeah, we're just getting destroyed. Like, I'm not even really sure what's happening. Like, why we're losing so much. Okay. I think they have better healers than we do. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I'm dead here. Instead of reducing healing, you increase mana cost over time, and overall increased all time. No, I don't think that they need to do anything over time. If the game needs to have an overtime debuff, then it's a bad game. It should not need to have any sort of buff that makes it harder or easier to play, or easier to do damage, like, throughout the course of the game. Yeah, these guys are insane. Holy fuck. They're, like, using these, like, gateways and everything. Okay. Maybe kill this guy. Not quite. The mechanic of increasing over time is from very long, drawn-out battles. Well, yeah, but, like, the way they do that, though, used to be through mana. Like, why not just make it like mana? You see what I mean?